Hi, friends. I'm very, very, very late today. And my husband's going to be walking in a minute, bringing me something. I apologize. Hi, Heidi. I hope you're still here. If you went to bed, I get it. Kathy, I hope you're enjoying your shower. Um, yeah, I've got one good friend whose husband is going through a really, really hard time. He's in the ICU. Hopefully, he's going to be okay. And then I got a really disturbing kind of screw you phone call from a friend of mine who just went through a major surgery and has found out that she has cancer. And they were kind of dumping on me. So I had a crisis. And it took me a little bit longer to get into the shower and ground myself enough to show up. And yeah, that doesn't usually happen. Wowzer. So I've set my timer. I'm Lucinda. Hi. But I have to ground myself because, you can't come in here being all crying and weird. And today is a day that people have been waiting for, some people, for a long, long time, where I'm doing Plastic Fantastic. And most of the items that I brought, I did a short. There's a short. Y'all can go and watch it and see what I brought. And maybe, and I'll say this throughout the show. Hi, Heidi. Maybe throughout the show, I will say that again. Because you might see a particular item that you're really interested in. Like Heidi commented, and she's like, I love these items. How much would it cost to send to Belgium? And Heidi, I love you, honey. I do need big hugs. I kind of, I don't want to really get into me a lot, but it tagged into all the stress and fighting with my father-son that I had to go through constantly in order to take care of my dad and advocate for him and in and out of the hospital. And so, and then I came up with my own huge disability instead of living a life. So, anyway, a lot to process there, but we're going to have a sale. We're going to have a fun sale. Woo! So, I hope everyone else is having a really good day, man. It is Thursday, and it is like halfway through August. What in the world is going on? And I was on another reseller's channel yesterday, and they asked me, "How's the weather up there?" It's kind of acting like fall here. And I was like, "No." And then I realized, you know what? It actually really is. My garden is shutting down. It's hot in the afternoon for like 2 hours, and the rest of the time it's pretty cool. And so the super El Nino that's coming, I guess it's really coming because we should be having like high heat until October right now, like all day, all night. So I don't know. Heidi, tomorrow, yes, Heidi, exactly. I mean, the minute after I hung up with that phone call, I was, in tears and so confused and whatever. And I immediately got a headache, and it's a fibro thing, physical, spiritual, mental alignment. So I'm in Northern California. I ship using Pirate Ship. I bill using PayPal. And this is probably the last week that I do 2-week build-a-boxes. So this is week 2, day 2. I'm on tomorrow at the same time. I'll be on time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then I'll be billing out. And starting next week, I'm unless someone requests that I hold their box or sends me a good reason why they haven't paid an invoice in 48 hours, which you can do if you have a good reason, but please budget, y'all. I'm going to start billing out and shipping out weekly. Yeah. So I'm so sorry that Sorry. There we go. When I talk fast, and if I'm emotionally like pitter pattering, I put words together. I'm so sorry you're melting and that it's so hot in Belgium. It's only like, high 80s, but only for a couple hours. And then the fog rolls in and it's cold enough to have a light quilt with an extra blanket. Yeah. All right. So breathing. Hold on one second, y'all. This is how my day is. I'm back. Yeah. Oh, I put the jot form in, but I never hit the enter button. There's my jot form. Okay. Whew. So today is Plastic Fantastic. I put out a short. I'm just doing necklaces, of which there's 40 to 45, all different types, back to the 50s. Some are sets with earrings, most are not, but I do have earrings and they will match if you want. So the prices are going to be what today's dime store prices would be, right? For most of them. But for some of the really incredible, like uh, mixed lucite pieces, whatever, those prices are going to be at collector's prices. They're going to be a little higher, but none of it is going to be super expensive. Heidi. And if I hold up a piece and it's, red or it's lavender or even white, and you can say, do you have any matching earrings to that piece? And I will dig through this, which because of this phone call, I didn't even put them together in bags. Well, there's my husband in his pajamas, y'all. Thank you, honey. I didn't even put them in bags, but I have a lot of stuff. So we're going to get started. And if anyone comes in today and they want to be billed out just for today, and you're willing to pay that shipping, which nowadays they don't do the 1 to 4 ounces, 4 to 10 ounces, whatever. Rural zip codes are especially high, but also USPS increased their rates, and they're pretty much charging any weight up to a pound at a pound rate when you send ground advantage. If I didn't send ground advantage, you would be in some kind of weird mail that I don't even know if there is a lower tier, but if there is, it would be snail. Snail. Heidi. Yeah, it took me a long time to put that together. But it was fun. It was kind of fun. So, are we ready? Are we ready, ready, ready? I don't know if I am or not, but we're going to do it anyway. I hope both of my friends feel better. I don't know if one is really a friend anymore. I don't know what's going on, but I don't have to carry that kind of stuff anymore. So, I'm in my live sale and I'm going to have fun. Let's have fun. Okay, so unless someone comes in and they saw the short and they want to see something in particular, I'm just pulling from my basket. And I am sorry, but these plastic layered earrings are mine. They're not for sale. I love them. I love them. They would have to go at the right price. So let's do a typical item that you would have found at your Woolworths, at your Cresses, at your, I don't know the name of all the department stores, at dime stores they had all across the United States, because I lived in California, even though I was born in North Carolina. So I'm just going to call it Dime stores. Dime stores. You know, where you would go in and buy the paper chicken Easter displays, little things for 10 cents, right? That kind of thing. So this is going to be a starting bid, and this is this incredible deep maroon color for $7. And I said in my short, and I'm going to say it here, this is deep maroon, long, NL. You can mix and match plastic. You can layer necklaces. You can do like I'm doing and have a short sterling silver choker. My rings are all, sterling silver. This is a plastic lucite carved floral bangle that I showed many times and no one wanted to buy it, with a sterling silver charm bracelet. And see, this matches great. And then this matches to all of this. I'm eclectic. Thank you, Heidi. So, starting at $7. And I want to say the millennials and under the generation, I don't know what they're called. Generation, what are they? X? Is that their generation? I don't know. Am I a millennial? I'm a boomer. Or maybe I think I'm a boomer. I get that mixed up. Anyway, my daughter's generation and the generation below her, they are snapping this stuff up because it's not super expensive and it's an art piece. This one has your typical C clasp. If there was a maker, they would often sign right there. And it is on cotton cord. That is what these clampers they put at the end are for, to cover, see that? To cover the cord. This one's come a little loose and I could close that easy. The color in this with the gold tone spacers is delicious. And it always takes my camera a second to focus. It is, let me get closer so I'm not bending over. The beads are graduated sizes. It is a long one. One of the things I love about plastic, that looks like, nope, that's the light shining on it. Okay, for a minute I was like, good Lord, there's a huge nick in there. No, that's just the light shining on it. One of the things I love about plastic is unless it's really mishandled or abused, it never dings, dents, nor changes. And look how pretty this is. This is about 24 inches long. And it would match what I'm wearing, even though I'm wearing red. 100%. Now, I'm not going to put every single necklace on. But, oh, no, it is 20 inches. 20 inches when I get it on like this. And I have wet hair because everything today was weird. I don't know. Today was weird. So, it starts at $7. And see what I'm talking about with layering. Put this white with the mixed gold clear beads together with gold spacers, maybe different earrings, and layer. Yep. Thank you, Heidi. Yeah, $7. Heidi, how much would something like this cost in Belgium? I'm just curious. I have no idea. Anyway, so you get the idea. That's one item. And all this plastic, I won't be bringing it back. It will all go on another platform. I'm working with Virtual Antique Marketplace to, apparently I have to have an iPad iOS operating system. And I'm not going to use my phone because I want a down camera. So you just see the jewelry down here. That's how they do it. And it's a long story, but I'm not buying a new $500 iPad, and I'm working with them. I have the right program, but I still can't see to list to go live. So this will either go there or it will go on eBay. 40 euros. Wow. I don't even know what that means. So I'm asking a question that when you tell me the answer, I don't know what it means. What, 40 euros? Does that translate to $7? Or what does that translate? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I have not a clue. Let me just make sure this was mine. This was mine. This is an incredible piece. I personally have never seen another one like it. I am pretty sure that it's from the 50s based on the clasp. And I love it. It's very elegant. It's a design. It's got design. That's another thing I love about plastic. And yeah. This is a wonderful piece of plastic. Starts at 17. And again, it's on cord. Most of them are. It's very, this because it's silver tone. There's a tiny bit of loss there, but it's from the 50s. Look at this clasp. I suspect this had a hang tag based on the style of this. This is kind of like proprietary. So I suspect it had a hang tag, but I've never been able to track down who made it. So it's got, some of you have probably seen this before, these black pieces and then white and black with silver tone spacers. And the white here mimic crystal really, really well. Let me see if I can show you that. And I mean crystal chips because they are, see, they're deliberately all off sides and different colors. And then these white ones are molded and have air bubbles, which I mean, you know, that's what they would do with high-end glass. So they really tried to mimic high-end glass. So see how this one, these chips are entirely different. And it just goes, every one of these clear white ones has the air bubbles because they're mimicking glass. So this was a high-end piece. I'd love to see the earrings and the bracelet that went with this set originally. It's really outstanding. And in the light, all of this shines. It does not glow. It doesn't have any uranium in it. It's on cotton cord. This is I wore this. I think I bought this mid 80s. And it is 18 inches long. 18 inches long. I'll try to put my hair up in a minute. I don't know if I have a hair tie in here or not, so we'll just see what happens. Heidi, right? And it's very elegant. And if we think back to people like Jackie O, they weren't all dripping in diamonds and rubies and emeralds. They wore high-end designer plastic and rhinestone sets all the time. All of the ladies did. They weren't all million and billionaires, not even if they were Jackie O. So yeah, this is an exceptional piece. And it's okay. I have a feeling, and I had that feeling as I was spending, an hour and a half putting this together yesterday and finding all the pieces, which thankfully I sorted, that a lot of stuff might not sell today because people, I don't know, they want sterling silver or they want that to be like $4. I don't know. And the reality is they're not $4 pieces. So this is so fun. I have wondered, I've never been able to find a maker, and I have wondered, I know it's 1960s. I've wondered if it's an Avon piece. No idea. But I think it's fantastic. It is a collar piece. It is a collar piece. I almost squealed when I found this because I love plastic. So just your typical jump ring. It is on cord. And then it's got flat blue, really soft. These are so soft. Flat blue. Then white and blue mix in the middle. 2 white flat pieces. I mean, so this is just plastic, but look at the design. Oh, it's longer than a collar. Look at the design of this. Plastic mimicked metal jewelries, and they were able to come up with their own designs. And a starting bid of $9 on this, I think that's really well worth it. Oh, okay. I'm having a hard time with looking in the computer and judging size, and I'm being off. So I'm going to start holding up to my neck. So this is like 15-inch. How beautiful is that? Weighs nothing. It's in perfect condition. And this one I would not layer. I could see wearing it with these more pastel rainbow earrings, but I also could see wearing it with a pair of sterling silver. Or, let me see. Let me get earrings over here. You want to jazz it up a little bit. I so sorry I threw all these earrings in here because this whole conversation I was running late. You could put on something like this, although I think that's a little bit too much. I may need to take a minute and try to sort that out. I wouldn't want to wear it with green eggs and ham, although I'll tell you what, there's a new thing that I didn't know about. I mean, I guess it's been around for a good year or so. Dopamine dressing. Dopamine. So you wear all kinds of mixed colors and loud things and different things that make you happy. So there are people right now who, all age groups, who would wear this with this as an outfit because it makes you feel happy. It's not about matching. It's not about any of that. It's about it makes you feel good. Yeah. I'm going to probably, so that started at $9. $9. And again, it has the blue and then the blue and white, half flats, circles, discs, and then white. Yeah, really. That's one of my favorite pieces. And you can see, well, you can't really see. It needs a little bit of cleaning. There's just a small hole on one side of the disc and it threads down into the next one and next one through the beads. Really cool. Really cool. They went through a lot of trouble with plastic. They really did. So I'm going to pull these earrings up. These don't match anything, but I'm having a hard time with just having this bowl. I mean, that's not true. They could match something. I think these are the epitome of dime store elegance in clip-on earrings. And they are cut. Are they lucite? I think they're just plastic. Sorry. No, they're actually, they have some lucite. So, okay. Cut lucite and gold metal clip-ons. Oh, I put starting bid and then I didn't put the price. Well, that's not helpful. There you go. And these are fantastic. These are fantastic. And $7. I literally have started these in the past at $18. They're worth $18. They cost new, I don't know, but they definitely cost at least $7 back in the 60s. These are from the 60s. So they have an AB rhinestone in the middle, the long gold finger prongs, and this is cut lace plastic, just a touch of like lucite, or along with just being acrylic. It's kind of a mix. It's made to mimic filigree wire, and then it has these kind of trough light gold tone metal pieces, layered. They are clip-ons. And see, when I move back here, I don't think you can see them as well as I would like, but I always try to give an example of what they would look like on my ears. I maybe need to, I have the earring holders, but I don't know that that's any different than having them on the card. You know, I've played back and forth with that. Here is the back. Fun. These are just fun, and they're very lightweight. And can you not imagine your mother, or especially your grandmother, going to church, going to a PTA meeting? What is that song? It just went through my... These are kind of a cream, Heidi. Kind of a cream. So off-white. I would go with off-white. Really fun. And I just love how they tried to mimic filigree work with plastic. Hi, Deborah. What's going on? How are you? Yeah. Thank you. I've got a lot of it. I did not. It took me an hour and a half because I was talking to set it up, take it out of a box and set it up to do a short. And it's all going to have to go back in. And then, I'll sell it on another platform. But these, God, I just love these. And these would be great if you don't wear clip-on earrings. These would be fabulous on your shirt. I would go 1, 2, like that. Or on a bobby pin in your hair. Look at that. So remember that about clip-on earrings. I say this often. Clip-on earrings can go on a bobby pin, or you can just glue them to a bobby pin and wear them in your hair. That's very Hawaiian. Very Hawaiian. Okay. Harper Valley PTA. Kathy, that's it. I love that song. Harper Valley PTA. Bring it. Bring it. So I want to make sure to keep the earrings and the necklaces separate because I will be, if I have to put all this back and it's just like a show, I'll be bringing it to another platform. So let's do another pair of earrings just so I can get this stuff in a bag. My OCD is freaking out. I think these are 80s. They might be 70s. Not really sure. I love them. I have the gold, and they're mine. I got 2 pairs. Yep, and it says on the back vintage 80s, so I think it's 80s. And it is silver foil. Always takes a minute with this light. Silver foil. Okay, when I have it way up here in the camera, you can see like the kind of, what would you say, distress to the foil. But when it's back here in normal lights, not under ring lights, not micro enlarged, you don't see any of that. Okay, so they're not, and it's encased in a clear coat on gold wires with this cream off-white. So there's no way that water got in here. There's no way that the foil was scratched, any of that going on. It's just the way the camera is reflecting. I love these, and like I said, I have the gold pair. And they're about 1.5 inches long. And they are fabulous. I wonder if these, I never checked the back. Oh, yeah, they glow. Hold on. So there you go. So they say 80s, but the fact that this white still has the uranium in it, I'm going with 60s. They're 1960s because there's some lucite that was brought back in the 80s, but on a pair of earrings like this, I'm not envisioning that. So these are mislabeled. These are from the 60s. And they might have originally been clip-ons. Oh, bags. Bags. What am I doing? Bags. In the Harper Valley PTA. You're all hypocrites. That's what she says. It's true. It's so true. It's kind of like, hypocrite is too strong a word, but it's kind of like the phone call I got with someone's feelings that's been a best friend of mine forever, right before this sale. And I'm thinking, you're saying all this to me when you're going through all this. I kind of feel it's a little hypocritical, but that's all right. That's right. So this is a set, okay? In this, I'll talk to you about this. This is a set. This is $6. Hey, my cursor moved. This is $6 for a set. What would I call this? Olive. I didn't even spell olive right. I don't, y'all, I'm so grateful that you're here today because I need this. I need this. If I wasn't doing this, I think I'd be collapsed somewhere having some tears. So this is probably an early 70s piece. But this is for sure. I don't know if this would have been Woolworths or if this would have been, hi, Judy. How are you? Welcome in. I don't know if this would have been, well, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. What does it say? If this would have been a Woolworth piece, dime store piece, or, well, it does say Japan. So it was probably something put out, mass produced around Christmas time based on the colors. It is made in Japan. And the reason I say that is because it's a really pretty piece. Okay, it's a really pretty piece. But, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be that some of these beads have that little bit of extra color and swirl going on. This is very lightweight. It is your typical 3-strand. It is very lightweight, like super lightweight. So they're cutting a lot of corners. And so this brand new, and I'll show you the earrings, probably would at a dime store, probably would have been like a whopping $3, $4. There it is. It's got a 2-inch, is it 2-inch? Yep, 2-inch extender. So it can be a collar like that, or it can be uptight how they wore them. So there's that, made in Japan. And it's got the really pretty faux pearls, the little gold add-ins, and those acrylic kind of orange more than amber beads. And then here's the clip-on earrings. And like I say, it's, unless I was running to the antique malls all the time, it's hard to find. It takes my computer a minute. It's hard to find matching. The sets together. I mean, that's why people like Noelle collected pieces and still does for so long, and then would find the matching earrings or bracelet somewhere else, 2 or 3 years later. And here's the back. Now, those are not chintzy. And chintzy is not quite the right word. They're just, see, there you go. Not bad. They're fun and they're really light. What is a dime store? That's a good question. A dime store is the local, there would be a chain usually, and sometimes just a standalone store where you went in and everything, is, everything's going to be very inexpensive. And it's still, quality. A lot of it was made in Japan, made in America sometimes, but you knew that you could go in there with $10 and walk out with 2 or 3 items. Yeah, economy. And after the war and even before the war, people couldn't afford to walk into a store and buy a set of sterling silver stuff. Your average person could not afford that. So they went into dime stores, which means, it might cost you a dime, it might cost you $1, it might cost you $3, but it was nothing like the higher end department stores. No stupid questions here. Okay. So how about, so this is just a classic. If you still work, or if you like to wear classic, elegant pieces when you go out, this is a really nice piece. I have my suspicions that this had a hang tag, paper hang tag, and I just have a feeling about it that it could be, no, so not only jewelry. That's correct. Not only jewelry. It could be that black and white stacked pieces. That this was a Trafari piece in the 90s. In the 90s. Maybe late 80s. Okay. It's just, Deborah says, when I moved to San Diego in 94, there was a 2-story Woolworth. Oh my God. I would have been in heaven. They have that in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. I just have this feeling about it that it used to have a hang tag because it's so well made. And the first thing that comes to mind for me is Trafari or Monet. And these oval triangle pieces swivel if you want them to, but so they're not one piece, and it's got these gold disc spacers, white, black, white, black. It's just black and white, right? It is a collar piece, so see how it moved there. So you could do that deliberately. I mean, if you wanted to make this fun and funky, you could turn this all around when it's on you to be hanging all zigzaggy, right? Or you could just have it perfectly flat as a collar statement piece. I mean, look how nice this is as a statement piece. Yes, like better quality, exactly. But nonetheless, probably. So this one could be a dime store or a department store. But because there's no hang tag on it, I don't have a way of knowing. So with using a tiny bit of the extender, it's at 15 inches. And it's not super heavy. And so again, when I talk about plastic and why I love it, it's because they came up with designs like this, where it's plastic, but it's these oval triangular pieces that are stacked to be like that, but also move. I mean, this is, I'm sorry. I mean, a lot of people, and see, the other reason I think high end is because of this particular extra added heavy ball on the end of a very nice extender. That's a good clue. See, and that extender is mimicking like 1950s. So that's why I talk about plastic pieces, not just Bakelite, not just lucite, but acrylics, everything in general, as being an art form. I mean, they sure, they cranked out a lot of these pieces, but nonetheless, woo, it glows like crazy. So see, the fact that it glows, I'm thinking it's 80s, 90s. Well, maybe we're going back to 60s department store, because it should not be, see the green? It should not be doing that. I mean, it's not like we stopped using it entirely, but for the most part, we did stop using lucite. And because it's a different chemical composition. So, yeah, my dates are off. This glows. This is earlier. There you go. I've had it a while. Anyway, it's really elegant. It would be great around the holidays. It's great to go to a wedding, to any kind of function, to go out to dinner. And what did I say it started at? $8? Brand new at a department store. The quality of something like this was probably, well, if it came in a full set, $15 to $20 since it's the 60s. So, yeah, that is today's dime store prices or lower end department store prices, $8 starting bid. So, I just want to ask people, I can't believe I just put all these things like this. I just want to ask people if you were able to watch the short that I put up. I put a lot of energy into that. And most people don't really watch them. It's funny. I put all this energy and then I see this thing has gotten 10 views. And I'm thinking, so why do I bother? I don't know. So I am going to bring up this, which is meant to mimic lapis. Heidi loved this. You did? Yay, Deborah. This, and then show these earrings that really don't have anything to do with it, but they could. They also, the necklace, and again, these aren't for sale, I'm sorry, but this necklace would go with something like this. I know you did, Heidi. I appreciate it. Well, that's okay. I mean, I see how many people watch it. So this beautiful, meant to look like lapis, but it's just cut plastic or acrylic, is a starting bid of 10. Long cut. Did you call this a navy? I don't even know. Navy blue NL. Thank you. Heidi. This is a really long one. This is fabulous. This is a very typical. And again, it is and it's not. So you've got these huge plastic cut, shining the light like they're rhinestone beads. But you've also got on cotton cord. Sorry, let me get over here. You've also got the spacers, the acrylic spacers. That is mimicking spacers on really high-end glass so they don't break. So they have 3. They have a spacer after the clasp, and they have 3. Then they have a spacer, and they have a little gold tone caps. Let's see. Under there. See that? Now, usually these spacers, they're put in between really heavy glass beads so that the glass beads don't bang into each other and break, or hand knotted. That's why they do that. But in this case, they did it with this to mimic that look. So again, it's affordable, wearable art in plastic. And this one's really long. And in the light, it's spectacular. Yes, Heidi, just tell me what you like. And I'll bring it. I'll bring it. This one, does this one, again, it has, this one has a name. Oh, my Lord. On this, remember how I talked about these little teeny tiny hang tags? That's where a designer name would be, and there it is. Now, can I read it? Good luck. Giant blueberries. Yep. Good Lord. I'm expecting it to say what, like a Monet or a Trifari or a I think it's Trifari. Yeah, this is a Trifari. This is a Trifari piece. And this piece is Trifari. So 60s, 70s. And it is 22 inches long. Pamela, Nice buy. 22 inches long. I love this. It's not unheavy. It's not unheavy. Trifari, did that make the difference, Pamela? 22 inches long. Pamela's in for 10. Let me clasp it back together and show everyone. I'll put fair warning. Oh, Pamela, I didn't mean to remove you. I'm sorry. Fair warning. I'm going to clasp it shut, and then I'm going to do last call, and it will be sold to Pamela unless someone wants to come in at 11 or more. This is a great piece. I think this is one of Heidi's favorite. Yeah, Trifari. You know, I didn't pay any attention to these little hang tags for, oh, good Lord, 10 years or more of dealing with costume jewelry. And then I realized, oh, that's where they put names often. So I need to pay attention. Last call. This one, you could double by putting the clasp in front. You could double it. Oh man, that would be good. Okay, it is sold. Yeah, it's a wholesale of plastic, and I will not get through all of this. How you doing, Pamela? Thank you for popping on. Sold to Pamela. Okay, and then I'm gonna do these earrings that kind of match but don't. They're really interesting. You'll find it, Heidi. Blue cut, 22-inch long, NL, $10, and it's heavy. Pamela, don't you have a bag? You have a bag, and you have a bag, and you have a bag. Pamela, you have a bag. I know you have a bag. That's Ivy. That's Ivy? Oh, from this go round. Okay. Deborah, Pamela, I know you have a bag. Am I crazy? I guess you don't. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I give up. Pamela gets a new bag. If Pamela has a bag already, then whatever. There, I knew it. I found your bag, Pamela. I was like, I know Pamela has a bag. Okay. Thank you, Pamela. Oh, excellent. Thank you, honey. I'm sorry I got such a late start today, but yeah, you can go back and watch at the beginning if you want to hear a little bit about it or not. You know, all depends on if you like drama. I mean, is it drama? I don't know. I would not say my feelings are drama, but I'm going to remove that statement from that. So these, yay. So these are a mystery to me in so many ways. And I have an idea about them. I love them. But I have an idea. Okay. So here's the top. These are pierced earrings. They started at $8. These, hey, do you see how my camera just completely changed its focus and lighting? Does it all the time. They have a little bit of bubbles in them. They have this really interesting kind of layered molded gold. I'm going to show you the back in a minute because I think that's really important. And see the bottoms? Keep that in mind. Then I'm going to show you just one. Down here is this, it's on a rod. You got a gold spacer and a gold spacer, and you've got this. This has grooves. This has grooves cut into the clear with blue, almost like, you know, when you cut to clear and you started with blue. And then in the middle is a blue color, and it's not a bead. It's like a bubble of blue. And then there's also the white has bubble. It's fascinating. And the same thing is, see here, it's like blown plastic, because the same thing is happening, like as if it was blown glass on that one. And the same thing is happening on this one. And see, this is what it looks like. See how all that is going on creates such an incredible art form down at the bottom. Almost like crackle glass, but it's plastic. They are not unheavy. Now, you see the back? The back is straight up pot metal. So, but it is pierced. So my theory on this, I'm so sorry, the light keeps shifting. And if you could see, and the front is, golly, on the clip, the gold part has, it's hard to tell if it ever had stones, or it has some stones and some are missing down at the bottom. There's orange, but then there's just, I don't know. But so what I think these are much older, pot metal, like post-war, pre-war, and then someone hung this on the bottom. They're super long, and they're heavy though. And I know when I come back here, you really can't see it. And it's not my camera. It's not me. I think it's YouTube's platform, the way they made it so small. You just can't. I have 2 ring lights. So they are about 2 inches long. Hi, Becky. How's it going? Yeah. So this is an original piece that, if you like your art, you're not going to find these anywhere else. They were made, put together, and they are fabulous. The whatever generation that is that I keep talking about below me, those 2 generations, they will have no problem snapping these up. And I'm also starting to list on eBay, so that'll work out as well. That'll work out. And if you change your mind, just drop it in the chat. You know, and if you watch the short and you see something that you're interested in, drop it in the chat. Okay, I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do, I think it's a crown trifari piece that I have. How's it going today, Becky? So this is going to be a starting bid, and this is piece that I'm bringing up is definitely would be considered dopamine dressing. It is lucite. It is multicolored. And it is 15. And it is probably 80s. Although there's a lot about it that says earlier to me. So we'll see if we can figure that out together or not. I don't know. Ugh, I'm really trying to not do the lean thing, y'all. I'm okay, Becky. I have stuff going on with a couple different friends. And I had a very intense phone call about 45 minutes before I came on. So, yeah. But I'm here and I'm happy to be having this sale finally. So there's the extender. It is on cord. There's the clamped little things that hide the cord. And then the reason why I'm thinking it might be older than the 80s is because of this kind of celluloid or acrylic round spacers. That doesn't seem so 80s to me. So that's where my hesitation comes from. So you've got, and it's marbled. And again, why? Because this is mimicking natural stones. It's got all that matrix going on intentionally to mimic natural stones. So your jade, your some kind of quartz, maybe amber. I'm not sure what purple would be, actually. Carnelian or spiny oyster. Peridot. That's a dark brown. That's like a sandstone. Turquoise, but it's all plastic. This is dopamine dressing at its best. Starts at $15. And so a lot of plastic is coming back because it's got the dopamine thing going on. I'm looking for to show you the green. This is a light piece. There goes my camera. Thank you for focusing back, camera. See the green? It's got purple, but it also, some of these pieces definitely have the green. It's kind of a, see, there you go. Right there, the glow. So it's mostly, there you go, mostly lucite. It is a really cool piece. I don't know if any of you remember. Yeah, they are. I got a couple going through a bad time, Becky, thank you. And one of them's going through a bad time and chose this time to dump on me. And I get it. They're terrified. And but they dumped on me. And after 5 years of caretaking for both my parents, you can't dump on me like that. I don't have the capacity. I don't have the bandwidth anymore. So it is 18 inches long. It is really lightweight and it is unique and fabulous. And this piece would go with this type of plastic earring really nicely. Yeah, it goes with this shirt. Great. Yep. So starts at 15. Yeah, it's tough being, and there's no hang tag, so I don't have a clue. It's tough. It's tough being, really ill and going through all those emotions. It really is. And it's really easy. Last look. And this really does straighten out. It's on cord. It's just because it's been in a bag. It's really tough to get bad news. When you get bad news, life-threatening, and you're in it, anger is a part of that. Yeah. So, you want to put that somewhere. I get it. I've been there, but I'm burnt out from that. So we all have our, I'm going to show this before I do that. We all have our limits, and that's okay. That's okay. I love this. Okay. This is shorter. This is going to be $14. And this one is similar to the blue that Pamela bought, but much shorter. And it is a red maroon necklace. Yeah, I mean, and prayers for both of my friends would be fantastic. It's a difficult time. Woof. There's the extender. And that has a little bit of discoloration on the ball drop. Older link. So it's been around a little while. There's the clasp. And then you see here orange or amber orange seed beads as what? Spacers. Again, they're trying to mimic that higher end. And this one is a collar. But it does, and it's graduated sizes with the amber spacers going down to this really large piece at the bottom. And it does the same thing with the light. It is fabulous. Matches this. Makes you happy. Christmas. Yeah, Heidi. Yep. Exactly. This would be a beautiful Valentine's, Christmas. But for me, I wear this kind of stuff, disco party, concert. I wear this type of stuff year round. It doesn't have to be Christmas for me to pick a color, or Valentine's. Now, when I was young, like really young, and then when I was, a mom of a young child, yeah, all that stuff was really important in decorating the house and, all that. My kid is 36, 37. She's doing her own life with her husband, and I don't do all that anymore. So look how nice this is. It is at 15 inches without the extender. It's going to shine like crazy in the light. And this, I don't like it with those earrings, but this is a perfect piece to layer with some other plastic. It's a perfect piece. Yep. $14. And so again, what I've done is I've taken the price that you would pay at a dime store and bumped it up to today's values. And the fact of the matter is I'm actually a little lower than that. And I will say it, I always say it, but it's true. I know other channels that would have a piece like this of plastic fantasticness. They would start this at $20. I'm starting it much lower here. So take advantage. Take advantage. Because I'm not bringing any of this back. This took so much time to put together. And yeah, I can only do it once. And I can't even get through it all today. So if I could sit here for that long, I would, but I can't. So this is going to be a pair of, probably 1960s, possibly late 50s clip-on earrings. Buy it now for $5. I love these. They are your basic, like brass mixed metal. I don't never sure exactly. Brass is an interesting word. I mean, they look brass, but is it brass? Is it a mixed alloy? I don't know. Clip on with these fabulous brown swirl earrings. In addition to this, I love these. In addition to the brown with white swirl, going on. They are wired onto the back. They have, I'm looking for it. I'm trying to figure out exactly. You see the tiny little dark pieces? Those are little tiny interwoven seed beads on there. And then you can kind of see right there that typical back where they do, where they wire them in. Aren't those cool? And again, please remember, earpieces, ear. Yep, they're definitely for your ears. Mm-hmm. Hair. You can put them on a barrette. Oh my Lord, let me get my fingers to cooperate. And put them in your hair. And your shirt, your jacket, look at that. So I could put this one here. Let's just do it. I won't do it again, but you'll get the idea. And if you watch on the replay, you'll get the idea. There you go. So you've got a really nice shirt on, and you put these on the end of the collars. They're not going anywhere. That just went under my shirt. And any clip-on earrings like that. Yep. Okay. Whoops. Ooh, I have the biggest box of stuff over there. This with the wood in. Yeah. Yes, because they're mimicking wood. There you go. Exactly. Wood and also, some type of, someone is blowing up my phone. Some type of, Melly. Some type of, semi-precious stone. I can't, the words. Words are escaping me at the moment. So I was just wearing that piece. That is going to be a starting bid of $7. And this does have a hang tag. I didn't even look at that before I put the price in, and that's okay. But I wonder what that means you're getting for $7. Let's find out. I think it's upside down because I'm desperately trying to read it, and I'm like, I can't read that. What's going on? What? That is so weird. What? I apologize. I sign it. I used to, I know a tiny bit of ASL. Dottie? Someone? I didn't even know that was a person. This is an old hang tag. Copyright. Let me see if my larger loops helps. That is so weird. This is a magnifying glass, but I can't believe I can't read this. It is a complete mystery to me. It is a complete mystery to me. I'll show it to you all, but you're not going to be able to make it out either. It is so tiny. You can wait for it to focus. There's a copyright and there's 2 names. And it's got a Y on the end of the top word. That's what I got for you. So this was higher end. Or see, and that, so there's the hang tag. And so there could be paper that got lost on some of those, or it had this metal and it came off its jump ring or got worn off. So at any rate, there you are. It's on thread and it's got these cool clear swirl beads. And then just plain white with gold tone spacers. And these are almost crackle. Like crackle glass. So that's why I say, please stop overlooking plastic. It is an art form. The people who just used plastic because metal was more expensive went out of their way, and see, this is deliberately darker, went out of their way to make an art piece. Dottie Smith, hands up. Thank you, Kathy. I thought there was an S there, but I was like, I've never seen this name. Who is this person? Dottie Smith. Nice. Thank you, Kathy. I was really like, what? Woo! This one's really fun. Ready? Look at the green. So this is definitely leaning to the 70s. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. That is the most glow I've gotten off of any of them yet. How fun is that? How fun. Kathy always finds all these answers. So, and again, this one is 22 inches. And I'm not sure you could double it, but something like this, because it's plastic, you can always do, I like doing this. Let's see. You can always do the big fat knot where you come in and you do like this and you just create like a larger fat knot right down around here. And I'm not doing it right, but that's okay. I have a lot to do. And so that just makes it short, and it gives this raised up artistic knot in the middle of the piece. So thank you for looking. Lurkers, you can always say hi. It's all plastic today. It's all plastic. So let's do this. This is a higher end piece. This is a Royal Crown Trifari. Probably 1950s, right at the end of 1950s. They made matching belts, brooches, pins, and necklaces. Yeah, that totally makes sense, because this is a piece that all of these necklaces had earrings and bracelets at the very least at some point. And, you know, they were in the dime store, and some were in high-end department stores, but most were in mom and grandma's dime store. And so I am trying to bring them, and the ones at department stores like this, I'm not bringing them. I mean, so this piece, Trifari, high-end department store, late 50s, 60s, Royal Crown, $15, $16, which is a lot of money back then. So if I was going to charge you now, it would be around 30 or 40. I am going to ask for this piece, starting bid of 26. This is a high end. and most of it is not. And it is 1, 2, 3 strands, and it is Moon Glow. Kathy is an encyclopedia of information, Heidi. It's like, she's incredible. She also Googles it, but she also just know. Kathy, don't you have a photographic memory? Is that right? Because she's so smart. Look at. There's people who say that, resellers, and it's just, so there's let's let the thing focus. This is a great class setup. There's the Trifari with the royal crown up there. It's not even a hang tag. It's right on the clasp. They did the hang tag earlier, and then they also did it later, and then they stamped it on here. So this may have also had that key on it originally that the royal crown had. Royal Crown Trifari, they put the key on. I do have a necklace like that. Look at this beautiful. This is more like an amber color. So I'm going to move this light out of the way for a minute and try to bring it back and see. This is a Moon Glow piece. It is browns, but it is amber. It is an amber brown. It's got gold flecks. You don't have I thought you did. It also is almost like tiger's eye. See, look at the gold flecks. And then this is the Moon Glow. That's like a tiger's eye amber swirl. Does have the little gold tone spacers. And look, wait a minute. See that? Look at the orange coming through. In the light, the natural light, this piece is incredible. I don't think it's showing up in the right colors at all right now. It is your typical 3-strand, shorter, medium, long. And it's so soft. It's so soft. This is such a good piece. It's worth every penny, starting at $26. Royal Crown Trifari, really collectible. And yeah, I could put this on eBay all day long at $35. Look at that. This is beautiful. So it is almost 16 inches down to really more like 19. It's a good piece. This is a really good piece. I'm very surprised that no one is interested, and I'm just wondering if it's because this is not showing up correctly. It's delicious. It is delicious. And it's meant to look like tiger's eye. So, for instance, I am bringing this. Hold on just for a second. I want to show you. I have to find it. That's the whole thing. But I'm bringing this tomorrow because tomorrow's mix and match high end. I'm bringing sterling silver and charms. This, is it upside down? Yeah. Genuine tiger's eye. And look at this tiger's eye. This is a bracelet. This matches this, and that's the whole point. So this will come tomorrow, and it's going to be more than 26. But so if you had earrings with this color, tiger's eye, and this, boom, you've got it. Boom, you're ready to go. Yes, thank you, Heidi. I like the other word, elegani. I like that. Sounds very Italian. Sounds very Italian. Elegani. So think about it. Look it up. Okay, so I have honestly, I don't have a hair tie. I usually never wear my hair down or very rarely in the winter sometimes because I get too hot. But I also don't want short hair. So I try to keep this, a little bit shorter than this. Usually cut it at the beginning of summer, let it grow. Um, but yeah, I get hot. So hold on a minute. I have to, I'll be right back. Heidi, that can be on. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. Nope. Look at that photo of me, y'all. That was, I've got my Fremont Hospital, which is a psychiatric hospital where you go voluntarily or you're put on a 5150 hold. That I did my concentration year to become a therapist social worker with my master's degree. And I'm wearing my what the heck is that called? Where you have your name at the bottom and it's in cloth. What is that called? Anyway, that was a picture of me in 2010. Wow. 2010. Good Lord. That is nuts. My name tag. Yeah, it's a name tag, but it's called it's not a lariat. It's not a lathe. Y'all know. Someone help me out here. What is it called? The whole thing is called I don't know. This is so beautiful. If you want to talk about grandma, this is it. This, my grandmother would have worn this. Thank you, Heidi. My grandmother would have worn this all day long. This one I've had since I sold on eBay in 2000, 2001. And I think I've just squirreled it away in a box for a long time. Name cord? No, there's a name. I can't remember it. It's so silly. It's really silly. This starts at okay, Heidi. This starts at 26. I really want to know why I can't remember the name. Now I'm pretty sure. Yep, Japan. Japan. The backs of these have wear. These were worn. These were loved because these were someone who went to church or high elegance, like the ladies who wore the pantsuits. Like my grandma wore the pantsuit outfits with the matching purse that you put on your arm and you held it like this, and a scarf or a hat and the shoes, the whole deal, to go out. or go to work. These are beautiful. And this right here, the paint loss on these faux pearls, that's deliberate. Okay. Then there's a clear, and then there's this green, this incredible green. Now, these are not in perfect condition. Okay. They're not. But they are gorgeous. And see the back? This is what I mean. They're made in Japan, 1960s. This has so earrings. Pretty lanyard. Darby for the win. Darby for the win. I was like, my brain has had too much going on today. I can't get there. Here's the extender. And it does come down to the large stopper bolt. So the whole thing is there. It is Japan shepherd's hook, 3-strand. And again, some of the faux pearls have some wear, have some paint loss. That's the way it is. And because of that, I might do a price drop in a minute. But this is just such a quality. Did I just put it together? Yes. Okay, with these, you have to really pay attention and then do this. There you go. This. So these, that's a deliberate. And then there's some few clear ones. And then look at the green here. That is basically a moon glow. Almost cat's eye, right? See how it changes? It is not the typical moon glow that I talk about, but it is. And then see these clear white ones? Here, you're not really seeing it, but when I bring it back, you see how it's capturing the light? They really capture that light. And then the gold tone little pieces, and this, see down at the bottom, this green is just so, it's sexy. And depending on how the light is, it's like a cat's eye moon glow. It's very hard to explain. And see that's deliberate. That is deliberate. But there are a few, like back here, these faux pearls. I feel like that might be some wear to the paint. Look how beautiful. And again, yeah, it's a collar. It's a collar. So if you don't use the extender, it's going to be like this. 14 down to 16. If you use the extender, you can drop it to this. And this reminds me of Grandma. And I called her Grammy because I didn't know how to. I guess, there you go. Look how elegant. That's good. Yep. I guess I just started calling her Grammy, and they thought that was so cute, so they never bothered to correct me. So I'm gonna do. There's a little bit of wear on here, but this is a beautiful piece, and it deserves a home. And I knew people are like, they're just so particular. They're like, yeah, I'm plastic, whatever. I'll see the show, but I'm not going to buy. So the whole set just dropped to $20. Okay, so there you go. And this piece is going in a bag. This will sell. If it doesn't sell to y'all, that's okay. That's okay. Granny is British. Yeah, my mom was a Nana. Nana, and my dad was Pop Pop, which his grandfather was Pop Pop. Very German. Very German. Okay, so I'm telling you all, I have so much of this. It's just like, I don't know what to do with this. These are a buy it now, and I'll do something elsewhere if nobody wants to come in here. I can't. I wish I could sell for less than I am, but I really can't. And also, it really is worth what I'm asking, or I wouldn't be asking. And I'm asking rock bottom for the most part, so it's okay. I just kept saying I was going to do a plastic sale, and I don't have my bangles here, which are lucite Bakelite acrylic, because that's way too much to try to deal with. And putting together anything matching, unless I saw something that worked, that's too much. These are riveted. These are really well done, and actually these are metal. So these have been in with my plastic, but these are metal. These are probably early 60s. Just wanted to make sure that is not dirt nor a dead stone. It's just got a lot of gold at the bottom. So there's 2 layers. Do you see the 2 layers? The flowers have the bottom and then the top. Okay, yep. And so what's happening? This is white enamel, and then there is a cutout gold raised up, and then there is a good quality rhinestone in the middle of 4 of these. And see how it's stacked? These are set back, and these are set up, and they are at an angle. These are gorgeous. Here is the back riveted construction. Really well made. And the fact that I think that might be a tiny scratch on the enamel, but that there isn't anywhere else is amazing. Oh, yes, right there. But none on the inside of the earrings. These are, and the rhinestones are prong set. These are really nice. Look how pretty that is. That's all you need. Look at that. And you can wear it with gold or sterling silver. Mix and match. $8. Buy it now. These are great. I can sell these elsewhere. No problem. Beautiful. Beautiful, y'all. Kathy had 3 grandmas, so you added their last names. That works. That works. 3 grandmas. I really had 1 because my mom's mom, I met her, we went over there several times when my parents were still back east. I was born in North Carolina. And my dad's was born in North Carolina. And then we went to Palo Alto, California. And then we moved back across the country. This is my memory. To West Virginia. And then when he was done with all that PhD and the traveling around and doing his dissertations and all that, he was accepted and we moved back to California because he became a full tenured professor at UC Davis. So my mother's mom, that grandma, lived in North Carolina. They were all born in Kentucky, but by the time all this, they were in North Carolina. And they were very standoffish and very odd people and very proper. And my parents eloped because of that, because they didn't approve of a professor as a husband. So I have pictures of me being there as a baby and really young, but I don't really remember them at all. And then maybe when I was 10, I kind of remember being in the house. And then she died of, I think, breast cancer when I was very young and we were out in California. So I really only remember my father's grandmother. Heidi, you had to meme followed with the place where they lives. Meme? And an anti-doggy and anti-kitties. Heidi, I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds very interesting. Okay, this is another. This is it. This is a high end, incredible piece that I have my suspicions about a very famous maker, but I'm just gonna leave that. Oh, Mimi, like grandma. There you go, Mimi. Oh, I love that. I have my suspicions about who the maker might be, but I'm gonna leave it because I can't prove it. I can't back it up, but this piece is beautiful. And let me go ahead and put my jot form in again. And hey, by the way, did anyone notice that I'm at 503 subscribers? 503. Not just 500, not 501, 503. And I was only at the top of 200 when I took time off to grieve my dad. And then I came back and I've been working my butt off for a year, coming on 3 times a week. 503. Becky helped push me over that edge. Yes. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, what was I going to show you? I got lost in the happiness. There's my jot form just in case you want to register. This. Yes. I got so excited about my 503. I forgot. Oh, there's people who left. And this is, if you want that high end, this. $30 start. There's the extender. There's the clasp. This is I don't think this is on cord. I think it's on a wire, but I'm not clear. So if it's the maker that I'm thinking about in plastics in New York, then it would make sense because it's newer, but it's lucite. Okay, I'll show you the glow, unless I'm totally wrong in my memory. And look at these cool black with the white circles. It is graduated sizes, very Andy Warhol. Look, so we have small coming down to medium, medium large, large, larger, and the middle large. This is killer. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Kathy. This is so I'm trying to, this is always fun. This is always fun. You can see the purple on my hand. Let's do it. Come on, green. There is green. Look at the black has green. Do you see that? See how the black, I'll move it. It has a swirl and there. See the green? If it turns purple, that doesn't mean anything, but that greenish, strange glow, that means everything. It's just about the materials they use. So the white, the green is barely showing and it's hard to show, but the black is showing all the lucite. So that's interesting. It kind of makes me wonder if the black is lucite and the white is just acrylic. This is such a fun, cool piece, though. This is such a fun, cool piece. And look up modern, take a screenshot. And add in lucite modern New York. And see what you think. See what you think. There's a very famous, highly sought after maker, started in, I think, the 80s in New York with this style, bringing it back. And if this is that maker, these pieces can be valued at $100, $200. So this is without the extender, 18 inches long, and it is what you see. It's fun, fantastic, fabulous, worth every penny. I would not wear it with these. And this, even though it's black and white and not colorful, fun, funky, catches your attention, makes you happy. Dopamine, look up dopamine dressing. There's even dopamine houses. It's like a whole thing about making you happy and not caring if you're matching, but just like fun and funky, like wearing French fries hanging off your ears and a rubber ducky off your neck or whatever. I mean, it's a whole, and then colors. It's a whole thing. Heidi, whoop, whoop. So this will sell. Yeah, it's in. And this 18 inches. I can't believe. Honestly, nobody. Okay, if anyone watches on the replay, it's here. I'm going to, what time is it? 4:10, and I came on late. I'm going to be on another hour, and then I've sold one $10 item. I knew plastics. I'm like, I want to show everyone plastics. Plastics is so fun. It's like so enjoyable, and just, a conversation piece. But I knew if I did this big sale and I set it all up that I wouldn't get a lot of interest because I'm not bringing, it's all unusual. It's all cool. It's all grandma. It's all like, but it's not sterling and it's not gold and it's not, it's semi-precious, but that's not my bag. So, that's okay. That's okay. I'm having fun. You have water bottle earrings and duckies. So Heidi, you know about dopamine dressing then. See, God, you know what I should be wearing? If my back didn't hurt, I'd go get them. My huge orange, oh my gosh, octopus earrings. Not octopus, no, jellyfish. They're modern and they're these huge orange with tentacles jellyfish earrings. And I bought a pair for me and a pair for my daughter. And my daughter was like, "You're really going to wear those, Mom?" And I was like, "You betcha." And they're one of my favorite earrings. And the tentacles hang all the way down here. Plastic. Love them. See? Heidi, dopamine dressing. So all this plastic is about, not only do I love plastic, not only do I love the art, not only do I love that it lasts forever. I mean, it's already there. Am I a plastic fan in terms of our oceans, in terms of continuing to make all this disposable crap out of plastic? No. I think actually plastics should be banned as much as possible. And we need to go back to using metal. Yes, plastic is killing our planet. It's killing us. It's killing wildlife. But this stuff is already here. So dopamine dressing, if you suffer from depression, if you have rough days, if you have chronic pain, look it up. Yeah. There you go. Heidi wearing a cherry belt and a green shirt. I think that's what you're saying. Exactly. Yeah. And Misty on Vamp Virtual Antique Marketplace, which I'm still working with. Fingers crossed. I swear, I think I'm almost at the end of fixing this. Huge dopamine fanatic. And just, you go to Thrifter, Junker, Vintage, Hunter. She started the Vamp platform. She has got it down. Yeah, it makes you happy. I mean, you know what? It's goddamn hard to function some days for a lot of people. So, you know what? Enjoy yourself. Okay, how about this set? And of course, the only, oh, good, the earrings are, no, these are not the earrings for that. Wait, this is a different thing. Where's, this is this. This, I think, is an 80s. So this is this piece is one of the only pieces that is, someone else just came on because I lost a bunch of people. Cat. Hi, Cat, honey. I'm doing plastics. I'm going to go another hour and I still won't get through all my necklaces. So this is the only piece, it's a set, necklace and earrings, that I have that's like 1980s. That I'm bringing today, that I'm aware of. The rest of it, I'm pretty sure is not. But this one is. But I love the sea mint or mint sea green, however you want to say it, colors. I think it's really cool. Yeah, well, you and me both love copper, plastic. I have that incredible, huge necklace that's cut clear with the matching earrings. It's up. I found the earrings in my earring box and I was like, what the heck are they doing down here? And I put them right back upstairs. 18 NL and earrings set. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this one is 80s, but it still deserves an honorable mention in my plastics. Oh, hey, what? Sorry. That happens. I think this is very elegant. So when you see extenders that don't have that, one of those dangle balls, be it fat or be it oval drop, that's kind of a first clue that it's more modern, that they don't bother to put that on anymore. Then you can just tell the chain is different, the quality, it's different. It's lighter, it's so you can tell when you have enough of these in your hand. There is no hang tag, but this is still so pretty. Oh, and I never pull I never pull my prices, and it's still over here. I thought I just clicked away from it. There you go. Over anymore because there's just not enough space on the screen to show stuff. So isn't this beautiful? This is gold tone, but it's plastic and it's brushed and it's so nice. And then you have the gold tone rondettes, rhinestone rondettes. And see what I mean about like sea mist green? This makes me want to go to the beach. You know what? I have a sale tomorrow, but I think I'm going to do like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And then I'm going to get a sandwich at my little grocery store or make one. I'm going to go to the beach. I need to grieve what happened today between me and a friend. So this is beautiful. I'll put it on in a second, and it does have matching earrings. Isn't the green beautiful? It's soft and it's beach. It's going to the beach time. So I'm going to the beach tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Saturday, I really have to go through the feelings of what happened today. And then I have my good friend whose husband is in the ICU, and it seems as though he'll be okay, but it's a long road. So, and these are the matching earrings, which again, we talked about that in the beginning. If you were here, great. If not, you're here now. It's so hard to find any part of a set. It'd be great if there was also the bracelet, but so rare. So rare. What? Oh, cat. Well, a dear friend, a reseller friend of mine, her husband's going through some bad health stuff with reconstructive things in the hopes of not having worse stuff happen. So my friend is stressed. The husband's in ICU. Hopefully it'll be okay and everything stays repaired and it's all right. That's all I can say because she hasn't shared it publicly. So candle, prayers up, good vibes. And then I had another friend who just had a terrible surgery, could have died, and got diagnosed with cancer and called me up to bitch me out, like dump her stuff on me. So yeah, I was crying before I came on. But so yeah, a lot's going on. So here you go, 18 inches. Isn't that gorgeous? Very lightweight. And that is without the extender. So if you wanted to use the extender and bring it down to about 20, you could do that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Kat. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I said this in the beginning, and this is all I want to say about it. When someone, just finds out that they have a diagnosis that's really scary and, all that stuff, all the emotions come up, right? And so, you know, lashing out at loved ones is really common. So this is available. Does it glow? Oh, does this green glow? I don't know if this one does. I didn't check that. Let's check. I mean, that's a very common. You go through. Oh, it does, Cat. I'm surprised. So let me show you all since you asked. Um, you know, it's all the emotions are very common, and then you also want to clear up whatever because I get all of that, but the way that it was done and the impression I was left with after being hung up on was like, and this is someone I've known since I was 12, was really rough. So, yep, really rough. So it does. This is going to be a little hard to tell. So there it is. Without that, it is not purple. There is this, like, see that piece, how much more green it turns. That's not because of the purple. See there, it gives it a darker green, which, considering that I'm dating it in the 80s, maybe I should be backtracking to the 70s. Yeah, there you go. Can you, let me do it on my hand. So, yes. Yeah, me too. I mean, I, I understand. So, again, this, I'm going to finish. It's just depressing. I understand all those emotions. 5 years I was a caregiver. I understand, to my parents, right? I understand. But at the same time, after doing 5 years of being a caregiver, um, I'm not here for people to take their feelings out on me because they're unhappy with their what's happening with them. I'm here to support you. I'm here to love you. I'm here to advocate. I'm here to do what I am capable of doing. Um, but I'm not here to, like, make you feel better and you're, being nasty. I I'm not down with that anymore. There's a time where I would have tolerated that and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry." No, not anymore. Yeah, it home. See, that's, thank you, Heidi. You got it. It hit home 100% because of all of this stuff that I went through for 5 years. And then it's like my best friend since I was so little that we've gone through so much together in the last 7 years. And I was just like, whoa, this has brought up all that stuff and I'm going to put it right back down. Right, I'm not doing it. This is a buy it now, even though this is such a lovely piece. Is it? The colors in this are dreamy. That's what I have to say. Dreamy. And it does not have a maker. This was definitely one of those dime store pieces that grandma would wear. And I love it. I don't even know. Shimmery baby blue. Oh, back to therapy because hit home too often. Yeah. Yep. I'm in therapy. With after 5 years of that, I just, I'm still sorting through things, and that's okay. There's no shame. I don't have a problem telling people how I feel. I don't have a problem telling people, that I go to therapy. I think we all should go to therapy on and off throughout our whole lives. There are some things that we cannot figure out on our own very well. I mean, that's just a fact. And having an unbiased, totally uninvolved person to be able to, help us understand uh, how we're feeling, how to not feel that way anymore, how to move forward, you know, none of that is a bad thing. Okay, this was tight before. Where's my little things? God, okay. I I will untighten this. Yes, and it's a part of health, and drawing boundaries is critical in situations with people who are really ill. You only maybe have so much to give. Yeah, I know, Kat, right? Why in the world are we so judgmental? It's ridiculous. Okay, so here's the thing. This is beautiful. There is no name. I'm sure there was a hang tag because look at the brushed, it's backwards. Look at the beautiful brushed gold. It's on a 3 strand. It has a swirled blue bead at the bottom. This is so pretty. So there's a missing hang tag. This is quality, probably 60s. And this happens to be one of my favorite uh, patterns in plastic, this swirl like that. And it's not a moon glow, it's not thermoset, but they did this in a way, maybe like a clear coat, where there's the blue with a little bit of white, and then the clear coat picks up on all that light. And actually, this might be 50s because these are rods connected, looped over by rods, not jump rings. I really wish I had the earrings for this. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at the color. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Now, this is going to be a collar piece. If you use the extender, you're going to be able to drop the first one down to here, and the last one's going to go about here. Now, I'm going to tell you why I've been fussing about it. So it can go like that, or it could drop down a little like that, okay? So it's going to be like the 14 or 15-inch down to the 16 to 17. Now, the thing, Heidi had assertive classes to learn to set boundaries in a polite way. Exactly. And so today with my friend, it wasn't polite. It was just really, yeah, accusational, the stuff she was saying to me. And so it was really, and she knows better, but she's just got diagnosed with cancer. So I don't know. So here's the thing, that shepherd's hook is so tight that it's hard for me to pull this 2.5-inch extender out. But all I have to do, if I had them right here, I would do it, is use my jewelry tools. I have quality from Germany, yes. And pull this slightly out, and then I could put it around. But I don't have it right next to me, and so I'm not going to get up. But look how beautiful this is. I buy it now for $16. This is, yeah, I think it goes with anything. Look at that. Talk about a fun, happy color. Talk about the beach, or what about the sky? Right? Yeah. Okay. So, did anyone watch the short who was interested in a particular piece? Just, and let me post my my jot form again. Heidi, you had a sister-in-law who was aggressive out of desperation when she was dying. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all deal with it different. We all deal with it different. It's just the way it is. So I love my friend. You know, I always will, but right now I'm like, yeah, I need my space. Okay, red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Ooh, ooh, was his shroud. This is a Hong Kong piece. Red, white, and blue was his shroud. This is Oh Mother, doesn't I make you proud or something? It's Hoyt Axton for all you original. It's like a rock country crossover. Hoyt Axton Explodes. If you've never heard the record, go check it out. This is going to be another buy it now. It's a red, white, and blue. I've got two theories. It's either a 1960s or it was made for the 1976 bicentennial. And unclear which one. I do not know. But I think it's so fun. And this is a good price. This is like one of the best prices I brought today. Well, I brought a lot of like $8. Hopefully people will rewatch this to learn about plastics and email me. I actually on Gremlins. I actually on Friend Selling with Friends, I only sold one item, but I had two different people reach out to me via email and buy items after the sale. So, and Jen thought I was upset that because I said, "Oh, I tried," and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry it didn't work out." And I was like, "No, that's not what I meant at all." I felt like I had brought the wrong items. So I wasn't upset. I was happy to be there. I'm always happy to be there. So these are little gold diamond point looking things at the top of the clasp. Made in Hong Kong. This is the original 1.5 inch long extender. I really like this piece. And it's really good. It's got the little, what is that color? So like these are, most of these seed beads, just so you know, in these older necklaces are Czechoslovakian seed beads. So this is a shiny yellow. And just so you also know, there is still a ton of Czechoslovakian beads out there in warehouses because they made so many. The factories were like, that was a main enterprise. So there's still a lot out there, but that does not devalue. Look at this bead. I love the shape of them. That does not devalue the vintage Czech beads that are out there currently in any way. Czech glass beads are incredible, whether they're sitting in a warehouse right now or they're on, a piece of 1930s or 1960s brooch, necklace, earrings. Czech glass is incredible, period. And I have a place up above me that sells it. And I want to tell you, if I got a tube of these Czech seed beads as opposed to modern, they would be, God, like $20. And the really cool, different molded cut Czech beads, like 3 for 10, 3 for 20. I mean, they're because they're such good quality, they're very expensive. As they should be. So there you go, 2-piece The shape of the beads are everything. Definitely matches this. Boom. And this is without the extender. So this, and it's lopsided over there. Sorry about that. It is 15 inches. 15 and 16. So it has a really nice fit. Looks good right now. So, yeah, y'all, I have sold one item. I knew people wouldn't buy plastic. I was like, I've been telling, this is from Hong Kong. So Hong Kong was 70s, 80s, I think, mostly. They're items imported from Hong Kong. It was fairly short-lived. I knew if I brought plastic that people might be like really interested in seeing and learning about plastic, maybe. But in terms of getting it and buying it and adding it to their collection, I was like, yeah, this crowd is probably going to be a harder sell than other platforms and even eBay. And again, I'm going to bring this back up for a second. I love this disc one, the white, and then white and like navy blue, but almost a lighter navy blue going along, and then blue discs. This is fabulous. This is so fun. And it is not a choker. It is just about 15 inches. And it, to me, again, this is art. This is like what you would do with really fancy high-end beads, but they just did it with plastic. I got to turn the love the shape of the beads. Ow, ow. Oh, sorry, I did my arm with. You would have been hanging on my lips. Heidi, what does that mean? Heidi. There's my timer. I'm going to go a little bit longer, though. Heidi, what does that mean? What does that mean, dear? What does that mean? Okay, I'm completely serious. Is there anything that I'm going to show some earrings? Is there anything that someone's interested in? I love these. I'm pulling out a couple pairs of earrings. And then maybe 2 more necklaces. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna see what. There you go. I get it. Got it, Heidi. That makes sense. I'm gonna see if I get any kind of response in any way after this show, where I've only literally shown less than half of my plastic collection, which is for sale. And if I don't get a big response to it, maybe I should not bother bringing the rest of it, because I do need to make a living. So I might not bring the rest of it. So it might be that I'm going to bring these pieces and I'll see if I get emails. And if not, then I think I'll just straight save it for Vamp and cross-list it over on eBay where I know it will sell, which is fine. That's fine. It's not a problem. So these are, I've seen, when I first got them, I couldn't find any. I now went and double checked. I was looking at something else and I double checked this the other day and I saw 2 other pairs out there. Okay. And they're listed really low, and I don't know why, because they should not be. These are something else. Bling, bling, bling earrings. They are clip-ons, but I tell you what, these are so incredible, and they they hold just the slightest amount for bakelite. So I wonder if instead of bakelite, if they're uh, like a Catalin or something. They're in that genre, and yeah, but they're not bakelite, but they are in the genre of something. They're not acrylic. They hold just a little bit of the 409 test, and I don't do prick tests. Where you poke a hot stick and like make a not happening make a hole in the stuff. No. So look at the back. These are very old. I mean, I will show you the fronts. I haven't shown these in a long time. This concave plastic has lines, tiny little lines here and there, and it turns yellow just slightly. And but it doesn't hold as much yellow as a bakelite would. So I'm a little lost. The other thing here with these, this is the backs, and these are glued onto, excuse me, a strip of plastic right here, okay, onto this. Even though there's a couple other pairs out there, I am holding with my theory that these were made during the war. During the war, that's what I believe, and that's just my knowledge. That's what I think. I believe you could take this off, and you could have a jeweler do a really strong post, some kind of like double or something. Or you could turn these into pendants with a jeweler's help, and they're yellowing with age just a little, which Bakelite can do that too. So now, look at the front. I did a short with these. Over a year ago, when so look at the quality of the rhinestones. Those are like the Swarovski quality rhinestones, the large ones and the small ones. Yeah. Are they inverted? Oof. No. Um, and I did it outside, and I had them on my garden fence, and the shine that these throw off, the sparkle, I wish I could make it do it here, is like you'll be blinded by the colors. It's absolutely nuts. And this, I wish I could tell you what that was. I have no idea, but these are, oh my God. So they're just inset into this cream plastic. They're, yeah. Hold on. Oh, moonscaped. Yeah, and this is curved. See that? And it's not even. It's not like perfect in any way, shape, or form. I Yeah, that's what I think. I think they were homemade during the war. Even though there's a couple other pairs, it could have been a small, like hobbyist shop or whatever. I'm trying to, boy, that is so bright. Can this go where there's less intensity flashlight? God, so bright. Can't I make it less? Oh, now it's flickering. Ooh, but golly, I can't. You should see my keyboard. I wish maybe I could do that. Nope, I can't. Good Lord, I can't show you. I don't know. Oh, it's like an emergency flashlight that will do all this different stuff. I'm like, why is it doing all that? Blinded by the light, right, Heidi? Blinded by the light. So these, I don't know. The clips, there's no brand name. I sincerely, everything in me screams Catlin. There was Catlin, Bakelite, and something else before Lucite and all that. Look at that. And the clips are a little loose, and these are super heavy, okay? Super heavy. So the fact that the clips are so loose says two things. A, they were worn a lot, and B, that they're old. These could even be pre-war, 1910s, 1920s, maybe flapper era. I don't know. All I know is I don't think they were super mass produced. And I could be totally wrong because I don't know everything. You like the description question mark, Deborah? The bling, bling, bling. They're just, I cannot believe that no one wants to buy these. There is, and they're heavy, but they're, yeah. They are about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches concave. And I honestly, I would do something to change the backs, or look at this. We're having fun. Let's have fun. Oh, finger slip. Because I was like, question mark? You like it? Question mark? So here's the torque. That's fabulous. And that's all. You don't have to change the clip. You don't have to do anything. You just need a torque. I suppose you could put it on a chain, but I would not put it on, a lighter, even though sterling silver is usually, even when it's thin, relatively strong. I don't think I would want to do that. I would want to put it on, like your basic costume jewelry chain or something, because it's heavy. And the minute you go outside in this, you're going to have rainbows everywhere. So for $33, you could have 2 necklaces, you and your friend, you and your mom, you and your sister, Christmas gifts. These are incredible. And if you know how to make or do anything with jewelry at all, again, without getting the rhinestones wet, you could use a Goo Be Gone type thing and pull this up, just keep it on the back, and then, put something entirely different on there to do the necklace idea. Yeah. Yep. So these are not coming back, and they're not coming back. So there you go. Not coming back. Guaranteed they're going to sell elsewhere. So email me quick if you're interested. I brought a lot, and that's what I said. I was like, there's just no way I'm going to get through all of this. Hey, Kat, if you're still here, you might have just popped on for a second, because I kind of feel like you're on with Steph tonight, unless you're doing Tuesdays and not Thursdays anymore. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? Not a lot. Okay, let's do 2 modern. I think they're both lucite, and see what happens. I know that one was this interesting. So that's just acrylic. These were sold to me as lucite, but now I'm just checking before I show you all and put it in the description. I'm not seeing a lucite glow. Yep, the ones were sold to me as lucite. The other ones I found in the wild. So, oh, okay. So then she's maybe eating or fell asleep or who knows. Yeah. So I think they switched Tuesdays, because she used to be Thursdays, so they switched. Yeah. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, so this is going to be both of them. Buy it now choice for 14. These are great. And this is your choice of dopamine or kind of more classy. I don't know. It all depends on how you dress and what you pair it with. Kathy, what's going on with your plumbing? That you have to tear apart. You have to tear apart your bathroom. That's terrible. See, I remember I heard you. I heard you. So these are probably 90s. And I love that they're the cream and then like the gray and then the tortoiseshell at the bottom. And this has got, see-through. I think they're very cool and very elegant. Yeah. Yep. Rewatchers, email me. Exactly. Thank you, Heidi. These are fun. And then this is put over a light gray, almost lavender back. They're very lightweight. They're really nice. These are great. These are absolutely great. They are about 1.5 inches long. 1.5 inches long. And see, I mean, there you go. Boom. And, you don't need a necklace with them. It's just up to you. So, and I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to show 2 necklaces, and I'm done. I mean, I really was hoping that I've talked enough about plastic, and I did that short, and people would come in and be, yeah, you know what? I want to get in on that. I want to buy some plastic, but this must not be the right platform. And that's okay. I've been collecting this plastic up for, now these are cool. And they're not lucite, they're more modern, but they're sorry, green, cream, and pink with see-through. And this, I don't know what kind of shape you would call that. Not a clue. But it's okay. I mean, I have other options besides YouTube, and I've been collecting up all these plastics for 30 years, and some of my own personal stuff even longer than that. Oh, the plastic pipe going out sprung a leak. Oh, Lord. He tried fixing it yesterday, but the connection still dropped, so he wants to find a better way to do it. Ay, ay, ay. Man, plumbing is a pain in the butt. So here's the back. And they're very lightweight, and they're just really colorful. And I know it's kind of showing up like a army green, maybe, but it's not. It's, again, like kind of a more matte seafoam green. Yep. Inch and a quarter. And they have movement, and so did the other ones, and I love that. Okay, they're going in bags. Yeah, I'm really crossing my fingers that all this stuff I've been doing to get up and running on Vamp is right at the end of getting up and running. Because I need another reselling platform, and I am approved on Whatnot, but it's been so long that they probably removed me or something. And Whatnot is so crowded, just like YouTube. Vamp is less crowded. I know so many people who sell over there who disappeared from YouTube because they're on the district platform. They left a long time ago. And I get why. It's really hard to sell on YouTube these days. Yeah. So okay. 2 more necklaces and I'm going to call it. Yeah. I appreciate everyone being here and watching. And if you're watching on the replay, email me. There's my email right on the screen. Yeah, it does, but it's not. It's a seafoam green with white and pink and clear. But but it's not. It's not. That's why I mentioned that, Heidi. Exactly. So email me because I'm not going to bring all this back up ever. And like I said, if I don't get very many emails, like a lot, because it's a lot of plastic, I won't finish showing this next week. I'll just move on and put this on another platform. And I'm okay with that because it is a business. And I need to make a living. Yeah, that's a fact. It's just part of what's happening. So let me ask you. Thank you. Is anyone here who watched the short who is really interested in an item that I have not brought up yet? That would be a good thing to know because, like I said, I knew this was a gamble, and I don't think I'm gonna get. Woo, these are incredible. They're so heavy. I don't think I knew I wasn't going to get a lot of interest, and I don't think I'm going to down the road. I have all the bangles, but I brought bangles, plastic bangles like this, and this is loose. Like this glows like crazy. That white in there with the carved kind of flower. This is like 1960s. I have so many. I have Bakelite. I have sets. I have um But, I don't know. Nobody wants it. So I'm going to do another pair of earrings at a starting bid. These are 1960s, but man, maybe early 70s. You bought bangles from me? Well, thank you, Deborah. Because I'm telling you, not very many people have. So thank you, honey. I appreciate that. These are going to be a starting bid of 14. These are heavy, but these are kind of like the blue ones that I brought up, only these are all original, not like redone and married and all that. I'm just going to call them crystal. Well, Deborah, if you like bangles and you want more, let me know. So these start at 14. They are clip-ons. And you can see from these comfort clips that are in here, which literally you do want more. Maybe if you do. If you do, send me an email and tell me what type you're looking for and what your size is. And I can look and see if I have that. If you are, you don't have to. So I just took the comfort clips off. But again, these are heavy, which is why I'm pretty sure why the comfort clips were there. Because you go out wearing these, I mean, at this point, if I was going to wear these, I would just pierce my ears, which they are pierced. But, I just, good Lord. So you see why I'm calling them crystal? Because the top reminds me, it's, again, when it's in this incredible magnification with all the lights, the foil back there, look how it's acting like a mirror. Looks like it has all this scratches and damage, but when I'm just staring right at it, it looks pretty dang normal to me. I don't see any of that. Then it's got, these are like lanterns, like Chinese lanterns or something, elongated with this gold cap, gold tone. And then again, it's that same type of heavy, clear, white molded with the bubbles. And there's some air bubbles. See that? And then they're on rods. There's the bottom. They are heavy, but it's the same as those blue ones. I think these are fascinating. And 1960s or right in the 70s, like disco era. And these are a little bit longer than 2 inches long. These are freaking cool. Hi, Angela. I mean, good Lord, I've had a long day. Angelica. Hi, Angelica. Like lamp work, but they're plastic. They're acrylic. Ooh, do these glow? I didn't even check. Nope. Hold on. That's bugging me. I got to get my hand. Nope, they don't. But it does help you to see, maybe not with the purple. No, it doesn't. Like lamp work, but plastic. There's a seam. Craziness. Yeah, they're pretty spectacular. Yeah, these are very cool. Thank you, Deborah. And they, the clips they're older. I mean, so someone wore these a lot. How are you, Angelica? Thank you. Well, I'm going to be ending soon. And so you might want to do a rewatch because I have brought, oh, these are still going to stay on. Wow. That's really cool. That is really dang cool. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear these. They're not going anywhere. I wouldn't want to wear these longer than a couple hours, but just going out to a dinner, these would be fine. Wow. That's cool. That's cool. What did I start them at? $14? These are so cool. Dang. Wow. I feel sexy. I feel like I should be going out to dinner and then dancing, but these would come off as I dancing because they would get in my way. Wow. Wow. Good, Angelica. Good. So, yeah, you might want to rewatch because I've only sold one item that was really cool, but so I think I made $4 today in 2.5 hours. And it took me 2 hours to put the presentation together and I have to put it all away. And, it's a lot of work. But I keep saying it and I mean it. You're either a plastic lover and aficionado, of all this really cool, artistic, fantastic plastic art, or you're not. And I think for some reason, I'll say this, then I'm going to do this last pair. I really think that people, value the molded glass beads and the sterling silver and the gold and more. And I get it. It has a higher resale value. It has all of that. But it's not the plastic, it's not less beautiful. So I've always been confused by that because I love plastic. Always been confused by, why. I don't know. It's a question, I did put oh no, I didn't. I tried to put a poll, a quiz with my short at the end of it to say, what piece do you like best? And I've done this before. I've brought plastic and I've said, what is it you like or you don't like about this piece? Because I've always been curious, like, what is it about plastic that people just immediately go, no? Is it like bad memories of mom? Bad memories of grandma? Does it make you feel like you're poor? Seriously, these are me too. But these are real questions, Maybe I should do like a kind of half an hour, just come on and talk about what kind of jewelry, vintage costume, makes you excited and you want it, and why is it? Is it the artist? Is it the artistry? Is it just because it was made by a Native American? Is it the gemstones? Is it the, what is it? What is it that makes your brain go, yes? Just curious. Like there's no right or wrong answer to any of that. I'm just really like, what's happening with that? It would really be because I watch people, on, whoa, I got too many R's in there. I watch people, every day on, 2 or 3 different sales a day, not mine, and then my own. And I'm always curious, what makes people tick? You know, why would they buy that versus this? And I mean, everyone's an individual. I know that, but it's all costume, and I'm just like, what? Why? When? These are really neat. These are really neat. They're not lucite, but they sure are interesting. Yeah. I mean, you've got your orange, kind of clear streak here. You've got kind of, it looks like clear going through here. These are pierced earrings. Here's the back. Those are old earring backs, but I don't know. Here's the post. I don't know that these are like, these are typically like 1960s, 1970s, this type of post back. I don't know that these are that old. I kind of presume that these are an artisan made piece. I think they're really pretty. And there you go. And again, you know, they go with what I'm wearing. And they would go with, I appreciate everyone that's been here, coming in and out, lurking, seeing what I'm doing. You know, I like I said, I knew I probably wouldn't make money today. And I went into this with the intention of just sharing, you know, vintage with y'all. Vintage plastic. Because I love vintage plastic and I think it's beautiful. And so I just thought I'd do that. So this would kind of spice up this collar piece. You know, the twisted white, and it does have red in it and gold. But they would also stand on their own with something else. I love this kind of thing where the clasp is inside here. Oh, there's my dog. Who knows what he's decided is going on. And I kind of wonder, since I've had a few Avon necklaces that have this type of clasp lately, if this is not an Avon necklace. It's a very cool twisted piece. I love this piece. And I'll show you why I say that. Because I've sold a couple. And this is another one that I have. Of these lately. See, here's the same type of clasp. But this is that Easter yellow with the white spacers. And then this pattern here. These are just molded and pressed. And this is a 1970s Avon high-end maker's piece. And because it has that same closure, I've been wondering if this is a high-end Avon. Avon worked with so many high-end designers, and I just love the way. So again, it's art. I just love this twist, right? It's kind of rope twist. So, twisted sister. So, and yeah. Okay. See? It's just at that 14 inch, but it's very elegant. So, yeah, tomorrow I will be on at 5 o'clock Eastern. If anyone's interested in any of this plastic, and you know, I mean, there's so much I didn't show. The green eggs and ham earrings. I love those. these lovely dopamine purple clip-ons. So much. These are clip-ons, but look how cool they are. Yeah. I wish I had a necklace in that color. I had something that I brought that was close. But so tomorrow I'll be on at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I will be bringing, the high end stuff. Look at this beautiful swirled long plastic necklace. This browns with, oh my God. And it does the same thing, super long. There's no clasp because it's so long. And it is on cord. So this is a 1960s piece probably. It's beautiful. And I still have lucite pieces. I still have this piece. This will sell immediately on any platform. This is all lucite. This is just stunning and crazy and wonderful necklace. And I'm just showing you a sample. Tomorrow, though, I'm bringing sterling silver chains, charms, and a whole bunch of high-end stuff. Look at this one. This is lucite. I just don't know how people are not buying these for, $15 to, sometimes $26, $24 for a set. I don't get it. But that's me. Some people love stuff and other people don't. Look at this. And it's lucite. It all glows and it's so long and it's so good. So, yeah. Yep. Tortoise shell. That's a sweet one. And it goes on and on. It goes on and on. I've got this whole, whole thing. I've been collecting it forever. Look at this beautiful. This is very old. The clasp is, the paint has come off. It's got some verdigris, but that's because this is actually probably 1930s piece. Seriously, that's copper. There's the cord. And it slipped like that because it's old. And it goes down to the tassel. Freaking fabulous. So, and I have more, but I'm not going to show anymore. So tomorrow, 5 o'clock, high end. Yep. Okay. Email me if you watch, if you change your mind and you just can't live without something you saw. If you watch on the replay and, there's something you want that I showed. I mean, I showed about 26 pieces and I showed just briefly so many of these pieces just because I'm not going to bring it back. Not enough people were interested. This is a moon glow, pink and white, graduated, beautiful. Yeah. This clasp with these colors, I actually bought this for myself, but for the right price, I would part with it. And this torque, this clasp, actually, I would wear it sideways. Even though these are graduated sizes, I would put this in the front. So, yeah. I'm just showing you in case you decide to this. Yep. Okay. Hi, Millie. Get out of here, Millie. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good night. Millie. Yeah, I haven't said anything. So they're wanting to send him home tomorrow? Get out of here. As long as he's able to get up from bed with the help of the walker. Oh my God, Millie. Yes, and greetings, Heidi, from tomorrow. Thank you, Heidi, for helping me, and Kathy. I always appreciate you. Millie, you've taken, through way worse. Yes, rather have him home than at the hospital. I agree. Oh my gosh. Millie. Oh my Lord. No. Millie, that makes me so happy. I've had a day. Rewatch the beginning of this. I am, wow. After a femoral bypass, 2 to 4 days is fine. Millie. Thank God. I will take him off the worry candle list. Oh, thank you, Millie. Thank you for telling me. Damn, that's good news. I needed to end on good news. Okay. Hugs to everyone. I'm done. I won't be showing more plastic. People here are not interested. If you are and you see something, email me. There it is right there. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow with other type of items that people do seem to want. And I'll take this on over to where the younger crowd is who are going to buy it. Okay? No problem. Oh, yes, Millie. Yes. Millie. Far out. Praise God. Okay. Love y'all. Thank you for being here. See you later. I'm going to go have an early dinner and go to bed. It's been a crappy ass day, to say the least. Good night.